Still ahead on the 6 o'clock broadcast, the NBC2 investigators looking into the air quality and the health impacts of this brush fire. A man accused of stealing personal information from the Social Security office shared his side of the story today, but a judge sided with the victim in the case, ordering an injunction for stalking. The NBC2 investigators broke the story in January when a woman came forward claiming the Social Security employee contacted her, getting her personal information at his work. Since then, they've heard from others. NBC2 investigator Jacqueline Beavis was in court this morning for the restraining order complaint.
Kelly, the alleged victim stories were eerily similar. We've heard two of them: a visit to the federal office located in Charlotte County, and then a text from the man on the other side of the counter. In court today, he argued that the victim was a willing participant in a romantic relationship, but the judge disagreed.
I had asked him to stop. I said, "You stole my information." I said, "You stole my number." I asked him to stop over and over.
The woman who requested her identity protected for her safety told the judge the employee at the Social Security Administration took her phone number and stalked her.
I felt weird about the whole thing. I felt scared once he started threatening me.
I did meet her at Social Security. Everything up to the point of her giving me her number is factual.
The man named in the injunction, Daniel Foster, admits to meeting the alleged victim at work, but claims she shared her personal information for him to use.
And she said, "No, this is for you." And I was, oh, okay.
The judge sided with the alleged victim, putting a restraining order in place. Her attorney hopeful it sends a message.
I think that this injunction is a way to tell all employees and anybody anywhere that you cannot harass women without paying the price.
After today's hearing, Foster spent 3 hours with detectives from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office who are investigating 2 separate claims of stalking and misuse of federal computers. Then I got a chance to ask him a few questions about those accusations.
Did you garner any of that information from your employment?
No, I've just told you. I've been cleared of that. It's proven that I did not get her information from there.
Do you have any documentation from that investigation?
It's not complete yet.
Now, Foster did resign his position at the Social Security Administration on Friday. I have requested personnel information from his time there and the investigations into this case. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office investigation into the claims also continues tonight. Live in the studio, Jacqueline Beavis, NBC2.
Hey, Charlotte County COPWATCH. I'm back to tell you that story about my investigation into who posted information in the Charlotte County Sheriff LEOAFFAIRS chat room. And I did a FOIA request to see if they knew who it was and if anybody accessed David's system, because this is a lot of information that they put here of me. As you can see, a lot of information. So you guys already know the story before. If you don't, that is what's going on. It's their LEOAFFAIRS chat room. I'm going to put a link there so you can tell these Nazi pricks not to do it. The rules on this chat, on this website, say you're not supposed to do it. And as you know, if they put this information here, they're slamming me, they're slandering me. That, you know, that's not to bring me flowers. That's to probably do bad things. So when I did the FOIA request, to see if anybody accessed the David system, because this is almost all the system you get in the David. You get more in the David system, but this is probably a lot that came out of it. And guess what we found out? This was more stuff that they wrote there, but we found out this guy did. Robert Lee Tuck, Charlotte County Sheriff. He's in the narcotics squad. I've heard so many horror stories with this guy and his corruption. It's not even funny. We found out that yes, he did access me, and I found out from an investigator from for PIN Photography Is Not a Crime, how to look up my location on that day. We clean houses, so I looked at my schedule. I found out my Android phone is tracking me everywhere, so that's, in my situation, that was a good thing. I knew exactly where it was. So I found out in the search that he looked me up a month ago before they posted that information on LEOAFFAIRS, and we got the GPS location, and he was nowhere near us that day. So this is an illegal David access. There's many things you can do if you illegally access. You get a $500 fine, a misdemeanor charge, you can be fired, you can lose your access to the There's a whole freaking list of stuff. Also, FDLE was informed. They supposedly are going to do an investigation. I just got the email on that. We're still doing a fundraiser to sue these pricks because it's so corrupt here it's not even funny. But this is what I got today. He is guilty, but this is a joke. This is just a reprimand, people. There is so much more that can be done. It's not even funny. But he is guilty. He was busted in our office. He illegally accessed, and they basically slapped his freaking hand. Like one of the reporters that's interested in the story said, this is a sign of malicious intent, big time, man. This is not cool. So I'm making this video to let you guys know what's going on. We're trying to figure out what to do next. If we do a lawsuit, there's just a ton of different things we can go with this. We can, we can contact the David System people, try to get them kicked off of that. Many things, but I'm just calling, letting you guys know what's going on. That this guy is guilty. They admit it. I'm shocked they admitted it, but they admitted it. He illegally accessed the system, but this is a letter of reprimand. This is nothing. This is like the least little bitty freaking tiny bit that they can do. So I'm also going to leave all the emails and information for the Charlotte County office. Please let them know that their corruption needs to stop and they need to go to jail and they need to be defunded and etc. etc. But this is where it's at. So I'm busy right now making this video and letting everybody know what's going on, and just say a prayer, man. As you see, they posted all my information, so this is not cool. This is not to send me flowers. This is malicious intent to do bad things. What do you think?
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before,
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time, we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.